Hey there everybody, welcome back to the channel. My name is Hongos, and in my hands I have probably one of the most unique cameras I've ever reviewed. The Instax Mini Evo really stands out to me for a few reasons. First and foremost, you're able to see your shot before you print it, compared to its little brothers. This, hopefully over time, will save you a buttload of cash, as film is kind of expensive. Second, you're able to print from a higher quality device like a DSLR or your phone, which I would highly recommend, which means that you have a wide gamut of choices. And number three, it's a lovely and friendly camera that you can bring around just about everywhere. But that's not without its flaws. First and foremost, why did they put the strap on the left side? It should be on the right. Second, the picture quality is just not that great. And finally, you're only able to transfer your pictures from the camera to your phone if you printed it out. So from the get-go, the design, it feels like it's from the past. A lot of people, when I was using this camera, just kind of wanted to look around and see what was going on. They thought it was an actual Polaroid from the past. However, the material that they chose wasn't the best in my personal opinion. It's very plasticky and flimsy. I wish they just went with a little bit more metal around the side. If they had a premium version, I would have definitely bought it. To turn on the thing, you don't choose any of the top buttons. You have to do it from the very front. I thought this was kind of annoying. I'm so used to the power button being somewhere in the front, more on top. So it was some readjustment from my chimp brain. And it does take a bit of time to boot up all the time, like 3 to 6 seconds, which means that you will miss the shot quite often, and I want you to keep that in the back of your head. What I do really like, though, is this print lever on the side. Whenever I liked an image, I would pull this bad boy, and it's probably the most nostalgic thing you'll find out there. Just so beautiful. I'm gonna put it up close to the mic. It just sounds extremely nice and crispy. They really captured the magic right there. There are also two shutter release buttons. One of them is in the front, and one of them is on the top. And depending on the length of your arms, you're either gonna use one or both. I personally just found myself using the one on the side, the top one. This side button, I think is kind of useless, to be honest. All it gives you is your preset information and what filter and lens effect you use. There's quite a few effects on this. There's retro, there's blue, there's red, and you just have to really play around with the effects. The lens right here, I want you to hear just hear how magical that sounds. Oh man, I love the noises that it makes. But with the lens, you get your light leaks, your color shifts, your fisheye, and then you combine that with the filter effects. There's over 100 different combinations. And that's what I really enjoyed throughout the process. I never felt like I was getting bored. It was just like, let me snap this, let me snap that, see what comes out with it, just keep the imagination flowing. I really want to focus on the lens because I think that for the price point that you're purchasing this at, a lot of people are going to be expecting really high-end stuff. But I don't think that's where the magic lies. While I was using this camera, I had to really move around to get the best possible lighting, as it is a plastic fantastic. The camera will give you that Polaroid look. And for some people, for some reason, they want something a little bit more higher quality. And I did find myself doing that, but I also, along the way, had to mix a lot of different combinations, see things differently in order to get an image that I didn't even expect. So I really love that. And although that might seem a little hectic, just being able to review the image beforehand and not waste Polaroid film was really, really nice. Like, just because I shot it and I shot it incorrectly didn't mean I had to print it. This is also a printer. So you're able to connect this to the application, so the Instax Mini application, and from there you're able to print from your phone. I think this is kind of a cheat, to be quite honest. I personally didn't do it because I just wanted to play around with this itself. But I would completely understand it because we're going to talk about the next problem. The time between the shutter release and the button is like 3 to 6 seconds. So between turning it on and then pressing the button, you're bound to miss your shot. So I would understand why people would go into the app and print from their phones. Just the quality is going to look a lot better. You're probably able to edit it in Lightroom or something and then pour it in. Then there's the mega cheat code. This is like third eye chakra level, opening your third eye sort of thing, which is you take it with your super high-end mirrorless camera and then you import it into your phone and then you send it to the camera. That's super cheating in my opinion. It takes a lot of the fun away, but you can do that, and I will kind of judge you a little. I really don't like the software at all. It is absolutely terrible. I get it that they're trying to do this like retro vibe, TBT, you know, we're Fujifilm, we're doing this, we're doing, like, please stop. Like, the menu looks like it was designed in 1992. I have such a headache, like even deleting a few things from the menu is absolutely awful. So in the software, you are able to track like the faces and stuff. I personally didn't dig too much into it. And there are buttons on here that let you play back, to tell you your presets, but the functionality on there is also just like crummy. I will say that I am more happy that the app is kind of ugly and functions as opposed to it is very pretty and does not function. The whole purpose of it is to print, and it does it very well. Like, I'm very happy that at least that works. The camera also allows you to expand the storage, which is really, really nice. And it also has built-in memory. But I'd probably say I only got 20 images from that. And I would just highly suggest getting a micro SD card. They're extremely cheap, and inserting into it and expanding. I don't understand how it's 2022 and companies are still putting micro USB into their devices instead of USB-C. Like, can we stop? Like, it just stop. Going back to the screen for just a second, I wish that it was just a little bit brighter. I found myself constantly having to cover the screen, especially in bright daylight, to see what was going on. I don't care that it's not touchscreen. I just wish that it was slightly brighter. Like, I will gladly take buttons on a camera any day over touchscreen. What will take a lot of people off, including me, is that you have to print the photo in order to transfer it onto your phone. I get it. Fujifilm is clearly trying to make money. Like, they're a company, that's their whole thing. I feel like it's a cop-out, to be quite honest, and it forces you to buy the film. But hey, that's what you're kind of paying for it. Also, it doesn't come with a lens cap. What? Like, this thing is so super fragile. So that also makes me a little disappointed. I really love the camera. Like, as much as I complain a little bit too much about it, I'm like saying, oh, it's not that great. It is by far one of my favorite cameras. Like, I really, really love a lot of the aspects of it. It's beautiful, it's timeless. You can never go wrong with it. People have a lot of fun. And for me personally, just being able to pick and choose what I shot is really, really amazing. Like, I really don't have complaints about that. If not, I think that really pushes my creativity, and it's fun all around. Except when you're taking photos of people and it's like we're going back to 1899, and I'm telling you, stand there for 30 seconds because the shutter won't go off. But, you know, it's all love. That's like Drake says, it's all love. But yeah, thank you so much for watching. That's my review. Let me know what you think about it. Do you love it? Do you hate it? Do you plan on buying it? There will be an affiliate link down below. So if you do like it, these are extremely difficult to get. Let me know your thoughts down below. But as always, make sure to follow me on Twitter if it is not a crumbling empire just yet. At the end of the day, thank you so much for your time and your attention. My name is Hongos, and I'll catch you in the next one.